So right here, you're gonna do everything from mission control, right? This is mission control. So before we make any adjustments, we always want to make sure this is in the lock position, right? It is. This would be the unlock position down, lock position up, right? Now I can make adjustments. Now that we're locked, pull the safety pin, ratchet it up. Now we're up and stored away, right? Arms pulled up. This would be the stored position. Right? Now we're going to take it down so that we can use it, right? We have the stored position. Make sure that we're locked position up here. I'm safe to pull the pin out. Now I'm going to switch to the down position. And I'm going to put my hand on there. Now if you hear it not making a clicking noise, you don't quite have it even, right? Pull down a little bit more, and then you're good to go. Now, put in position with the support bolt here. At this point, we're going to use the pulley where it's at, right? But let's say we want to make adjustments to the pulley first. In this one, we're actually going to attach this to the bar a little lower for deadlifts, so we're going to lower the pulley down. So I'm going to secure the trolley by putting it in the lock position. I'm going to put the pin through. And now this is secured. Now I can take the pins out of the dual pulley trolley. Start with the bolt and nut. Pulley spin up. Wow. Slide just right. Now I can come over here, back to mission control, grab the handle, I'm going to put it in the unlock position. Now I'm going to start lowering this down. There we go. Put it in lock position. To get my quick release pin. I'm going to put it through the top one. There we go. Slide in the chain bolt. Wrist. Now we're ready. Now I need to bring, since we're attaching this to a barbell, I need to bring the cable system down to the loop. Back over. Put it back in the loose position. All right. Now make sure this is in the, this is secure, that's secure. Now it's going to start ratcheting this up. Like so. Connect it. Come back over to mission control here. Make sure we're in the lock position. Now, ratchet it back up until I just have some basic tension. All right, so making some of the finer adjustments. So when we set this up, we realized that we don't have enough slack right here when we unload the bar, right? We're running this pulley. So we need to move this up a little bit. So I'm going to come back over here to mission control. Put it in the release position, right? Make sure that that's secured. Right? A couple turns. And then we made this cool feature. Pull this quick release pin here. I slide this out. We slide it up one. I'll have a little more clearance, right? Just to be safe, I'm going to take it up two. There we go. Now we got plenty of clearance for our work out. Right? We'll repeat the same thing on the other side. So now we're going to test to make sure that both the arms are level. That way we get the same resistance profile on each. Now I have Michael take this off, test it. All right, now step back, Mike. And we can see one side is completely unloaded while one side is loaded, right? And we know that because look where this trolley's sitting. So we got 2.5 holes we can see, versus this one we can barely see half a hole, right? So now I'm gonna have Michael rack it back up. And now we're gonna make the adjustments, right? So it's really easy. We just come over here. Now I'm gonna adjust this up. Actually, so I make sure that's in the lock position. All right. I'm going to pull the quick release pin right here. Just put it down here. Have Michael the camera. Now I'm going to be making the adjustment. Right? So let's crank this up. Let's say I want to see, I want to see the top of this third. Just to be right above it. I'll come over here now. Hold the quick release pin. But before I do, make sure it's in a lock position. Right? There we go. I want to see the top of this one. There we go. Now we are equal on both sides, right? Now I'm going to have Michael perform a rep for me. Now on the deadlift, at the bottom of the motion, I want these arms to be at their most top position, right? So I'm going to have them go down and just rest there. Come back over here, and we're about halfway up, right? So he just leaves it right there, right? I'm going to have him take the camera so I can show you. Now I'm going to come over here, right? I'm going to adjust this side. So I'm going to crank this. So I'm getting almost at that top most position. Right there. There we go. Now what I'm going to have Michael do is pick up the deadlift here and re-rack it. All right. And now we can see the pulley and the trolley. We're resting at a little above 27 there, right? Michael, take this. So I can take this one, right? I'm just gonna match that there. Up to about 27. So let's see here. I'm just at the very top of that hole. Right there. There we go. Now we are even. And now that we have both sides equal, Michael's going to unrack it. And as he goes all the way down, those trolleys come all the way up. Now we're getting the biggest change in weight from the top to the bottom. From that roughly 30-degree position, you're getting about 95% of the weight. That topmost position, you're getting a little less than 30%. So we're seeing a little over 60% change in the load from the top to the bottom that's on the arms. And that's how you adjust it for the deadlift. Position that we want. We're happy with the way the movement works, right? Now we're gonna set the set bolt and set pin, right? So I see 20 is about where we want this to set. Now the reason we set this is so if we drop it, right, or while the cable's at rest, we're gonna take off some of the tension off of this cable here at the attachment point, right? So we're gonna crank it up just past our placement. I'm gonna set this in 20. There we go. Now I'm gonna loosen this, rack down to the set bolt, just like that. Now the reason we use the pin and not the bolt in this instance, the reason we use the bolt and not the pin for setting the height is the plates. If I put a plate on here, you can come over here and see that on the side, the plate clears the bolt there. So when it comes down, even if you had larger plates on it, you had Olympic size 45-pound plates, that you would miss this bolt. All right, guys, we're gonna show you how to go from the 2-to-1 configuration to the 1-to-1 configuration, right? We're gonna start with this adjustment right here. We're gonna start by loosening the wing nut. Now that we have the wing nut removed, we're gonna support the arm with our leg. Now we're gonna remove the bolt from this side, like so. Now that we have our bolt removed and our nut, we're gonna pull this up to this position right here. Let's feed this through, looking through the back end. Now we make sure we tighten our wing nut on the other side. Now we're going to drop the pulley back down. I'm going to make sure that the cable gets back onto the pulley system. Just take your fingers and gently push it back on, like so. And then we're gonna make sure this is centered up, just like that. And now that we have everything tightened up, you can see we have 2 and 2. 2/2 is 1-to-1 ratio. All right, guys, we're gonna show you how to go from 2-to-1 to 1-to-1, right? Or 1-to-1 to 2-to-1. Right now we have 2 pulleys pulling up. We have 2 pulleys pulling on this. 2/2, that's a 1-to-1 configuration. The adjustment's made from right here with this wing nut. We're gonna support this arm with our leg here. Move that cable out of the way. We're gonna shove this through, bring it in close. You see I'm feeding this through here, just like that. Pull back down, make sure that it stays on the pulley there. Cables typically fall off, just take your finger, place them back on, like so. And then we're gonna make sure this portion is centered up. Now we have 2 cables to 1 cable. That's the 2-to-1 configuration.